3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Graziella TV. I'm your host, Graziella Barada, Miss United States 2008-2009.
Graziella TV. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my serving high. Graziella TV to my channel on www.graziellaTV.com. Serving up a hot dish of this and of that.
I'm here at the Moda Style Coalition Fashion Event in New York City. Hello and welcome to Graziella TV. I'm your host, Graziella Barada. And in the spirit of Fashion Week, today we're going to be visiting with a designer from Brooklyn who's going green. Follow me.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey Monkey, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
Hey, what's going
Hey
on?
Brian, thanks for having us.
No worries.
So I'm excited to see your place. Why don't you show us around the Records by Monkey Studio?
Well, this is the future showroom that we haven't finished yet. This direction is our production studio where most of the work happens.
Wow.
This is sort of where we get to brainstorm our ideas. Brian gets to work on product and making the bracelets. Over here he silk screens the records.
Cool.
And he has his little office, and I have an office in the back corner.
I would like to know behind the scenes how the process works, how you make a record into a bracelet.
Okay, that sounds great. And this, Brian will show you all that.
Alright, so everything starts out with a 12-inch, a 33 RPM record, and we use these records just because they're the most flexible and they have the most surface area to work with. And once our whole process is done, off the whole 12-inch, maybe an inch or two isn't getting recycled.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. That's awesome.
And now in the
Fashion
future,
going green.
we've actually learned to make the boxes for the bracelets out of the record covers. So now all the
Oh,
bracelets
wow.
will have a gift box option made from the record cover. And
How
those little
cool is
dusty,
that?
but, you know, all these little record cover cases and stuff like that.
Very crafty.
So now we utilize the whole, the whole record and try to make it more designy and less crafty, but
But I like it though. It works.
Does it matter, like, when you're making a bracelet, if it's a new record or an old one? Like, does it, like, change or, like,
The only
make it harder?
the variance that you find in older vinyl and new vinyl is pretty much the weight, and it's all pressed at different weights, so you just kind of got to pick it up and feel it and see how thick it is, and if it's too thick, we just won't use it.
Okay.
And we usually don't use records from the 60s because they're made from a little bit different material that's a little bit more like ceramic or a little bit more, it just doesn't like work well in bracelets, and we actually make our wall art with them, and they're a little bit more firm. And
Yes,
so,
I have one of your wall art.
oh,
Where'd you get it?
Well, I got it at the Brooklyn Flea Market.
Exactly. It's like, wow. And so that's also how we found a use for something that we weren't using. You know, it's like,
That's
oh, we have these
awesome.
crates of records that are too thick to make in bracelets. What can we do with them? Let's turn them into wall art.
I love that. I love that. That's so cool.
So-
It is so cool. I know.
So what happens after step one, picking the record?
So the first step of the process is to get the logos on the one side of the record, which eventually becomes the inside of the bracelet. And all the records are printed with a screen, just a silk screen process.
Awesome.
And we burn the screens to apply our imagery and then place them on the record to print them off.
Cool.
And then it comes out. So I put the logos on the back, and then the record gets flipped, and I print the front with another screen that pretty much has imagery on it.
Yeah, just flash it real quick. And then flash around that.
And from here, it goes over to the table, and they turn into this
That's the shape of the bracelet.
shape of the bracelet.
And then they get covered in a clear coat.
Yeah, they're all covered in a clear coat, so you can wear them in the rain, wash your hands, and the paint's gonna be fine. And basically from here, we use heat to shape them. And it turns into something like that with the image on the outside and the logo on the inside.
Now, are these one size fits all?
We offer bracelets from an extra small to an extra large,
Okay, gotcha.
you know. And when you order offline, you can choose your size.
Exactly.
So
But we
cute.
find that like a medium fits most women.
And that's what we do. Yeah. Medium fit, almost everything.
Like when we go to the market, I'll make mainly medium.
They're all mediums on the table, and then we adjust accordingly, a little bit smaller for people.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to show you guys a bracelet that I have had, and before I even knew Monkey, I have a photo shoot that I did February 2010. I'll show you guys that bracelet. I did some really fun photos with that, so check it out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't even know about that. So.
Yeah.
And the only thing we didn't
We have to
mention
send you
is the crazy spray paint backgrounds. That we can put.
Yeah,
They
some of the
show one of those,
bracelets,
too.
before I print the top layer imagery on them, they get a coat of spray paint on them to just bring a little more color.
Ah.
It's hard when you're working with a black surface all the time.
Yeah.
Just try to
Yeah.
lighten it up a little bit. Here's like a few
Oh,
examples
so cool.
of ones that have
And-
like spray paint
I like
backgrounds
that.
And how it creates this whole new thing.
I
And-
love that.
versus something
Little,
that
like tribal look.
And unfortunately, we only offer these bracelets online. We don't offer too many random spray painted colors online. We try to limit our consumers to choices. They tend to buy a lot more when they have less choices. I mean, you learn from it.
and it-
Marketing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So every design comes in 2 colors.
Okay.
And at the market, when you see them retail, that's when you see this stuff.
I know my viewers are going to be wanting to check you out, so could you tell them again where to find everything?
Oh, yep. The Brooklyn Flea every Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 5, which is in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. And on Sunday, it's at 1 Hanson Place. And then on Saturdays, we're at the Young Designers Market from 11 to 7, and that's on Mulberry Street between Prince and Houston.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So where's the crazy room?
Okay, the
See
crazy
it?
room,
Yeah.
yep. Behind this door is just where we spray paint and silk screen. This is where all the spray painting and melting and everything gets done. I know it used to be a lot bigger, now we've shrunk it down because of our laser cutter. And this is where you melt bracelets, you know.
I can put my computer here.
And everybody loves it. I mean, this room used to look like that, but now we turned it into our laser cutting room, which this is where all the jewelry gets cut. This is the filter and everything. And we built the whole room and everything to put in here, so sort of protect ourselves and protect the machine against these types of fumes.
Okay.
Because where the enamel paint would stick to our machine, it's like a $10,000 machine.
Oh, yeah.
We can't
Can't mess around.
can't mess around.
You
Protect
gotta
ourselves
protect that.
and that, you know.
And the investment.
Exactly. So yeah, and I mean, what's crazy is that I think you're in 500 square feet, maybe less, and we have a showroom, 2 offices, a production studio, and 2
Yeah.
spray rooms, and a spray room and a laser room. It's like, come on,
Pretty good.
you know, it's about really like utilizing. So this is like a cameo, and this is how we sell it. And this comes, see, the chain complements the record, so it doesn't take away. We used to do it in silver or gold, but we really find the gunmetal
Yeah.
really complements it,
It
and
does.
doesn't
I like
add
that.
a new color.
Ooh.
And you can, that's a 28-inch chain, but you can wear it shorter if you want.
I like it.
I like it. It's girly, but also like rocker chick.
Yeah. Girly rocker chick.
I like it.
These are, we're collaborating with our friend from Sonic Fabric. They weave all this fabric out of cassette tapes,
Oh, no way.
and you can actually have a player and play it.
Ah!
These are gonna become a record and cassette tape saddle shoe, I think we're gonna work on. So that like the guy's version will be a little bit more simpler, but the girls will be a saddle shoe with record detailings.
Oh my god, that's
And a
hilarious.
cassette tape shoe. This is all fair trade shoe made in Guatemala. My friend started this factory. Recycled tire soles, all hand cobbled, and it's gonna have like the record back, record front. little
That
keychains
is
and
so
stuff.
fascinating.
And we're gonna come out with a few hats and a little chain purse to go with that for Christmas.
That's
So-
awesome. How did you get the nickname Monkey?
My brother gave it to me when I was like 9.
Okay.
I was just a crazy, hyperactive kid that always hung out with older kids.
Okay.
So they,
That makes sense.
you know, and I always made the monkey face. I had big ears when I was a little kid, and I always had like a shaved head. And I mean, we had like beams in my garage, and I'd run around and hang upside down and try to, you know, obviously entertain the older kids when I was younger. And I tried to lose it growing up, and even when I moved to New York, the first time I met this kid.
The first time I met him, he said, "My name's Monkey."
Okay. Well, you know.
So, where did the inspiration come from for making bracelets from records? Like, where did you think of that?
Yeah, how did it like all start? Right?
Well,
Very
you know, we were living next to each other in the dorms, and I always hung out at this house in Chelsea on like across the street from the Chelsea Hotel, right next door to the Chelsea Hotel on 23rd Street. And all my friends were making those record bowls and getting all wasted and everything. And one of them over melted the bowls and like pulled it out of the cookie oven. I remember Abby did. It was just hanging on the wall, and the record was like dripping through the cookie, platter sheet.
Oh
and she's like, "Oh, I think I over melted this one." And so like I took a piece of it and like cut it up and like put it on my arm. And I was like, "Wow, these would be bracelets."
Wow.
And
my
like
God,
there,
that's
like
awesome.
planted that seed, And from there, I like went home over Christmas. That was in October 2003, and I went home and had all my glass blowing tools. So I was like, okay, I can figure this out. So I like tried cutting the record, manipulating it, and melting it around my glass blowing mandolin, which you actually see in there when you saw the room. And I was like, okay. So I cleaned up the look a little bit better. And then when I got back after Christmas, I was like, I need to get people to do designs on them. So I reached out to like Brian and a few of my other friends to hand draw them and do stencils on them.
Yeah, basically he would come to me with just blank bracelets, and it started all with spray painting stencil and paint marker. And that's how I kind of started getting involved with Monkey and making the bracelets, was just the design work on it.
Exactly.
And at the beginning we were definitely worked together more on the whole production of everything.
Yeah, I was making every bracelet.
Yeah. And then as the company grew, we our tasks became somewhat separate, and I handled more of the production and Monkey handles more of the business.
Yeah, and it's like I would love to make bracelets unless like Grant had pneumonia last year, and I made bracelets.
Pneumonia?
Yeah, last year during Christmas, you were sick or
Yeah,
something.
I got pretty sick.
Yeah. And and I made bracelets like he told me it was pneumonia. That's why I was making bracelets in that room. But usually I just am customer service and like pulling everybody together and talking to people and going and doing stuff. And
You're the face.
And he is the glue. I mean, not the glue, but the guy who does all the production and handles the studio.
Gotcha.
Behind the scenes.
Exactly, makes everything happen.
Awesome.
Side note, everyone, this is how I met Monkey, was at FIT when he was selling the bracelets at the flea market, right? And I was going to FIT, and I remember just like seeing your table and just being like, wow, these are so cool. And I got Graziella a bracelet for Christmas, right? And you guys like blew up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and my
wow, this is the
cousin-
coolest present. I'm like, I love it. I love that you go to FIT. I see you're making furniture. Did you guys see this? I'm sitting on a record chair. This is so cool.
Oh, I like the banana.
Yeah, I mean, I foresee Records by Monkey being everything, from clothes to furniture to shoes, like you were showing before. And
Yeah, exactly.
jewelry
And all for music lovers
Yeah.
of all types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our goal is to stay as green as we can and to just create more products for music lovers. Like this cassette tape fabric is really going to bring us to a new notch. Like
Yeah, that's
John
really cool.
Legend wore that fabric to the Grammys last year or something,
Wow.
and like it's really great when it's like I feel like we can get a lot more PR for our products and create this higher end customer and higher end music lover so that musicians will want to wear it when we create this new product line with Sonic fabric.
That's awesome.
Sonic fabric.
Looking forward to
Sonic
seeing more of that
fabric.
Sonic fabric. Now I have a question. It being Fashion Week is here, and every season you hear about new trends that are coming out, from colors to cuts to textures, everything. Do you guys follow any of that, or are you just kind of like on your own, on your own
I
style?
feel like we used to be like like the classic patterns and the Native American, these classic patterns, like they really came out, when that whole like Native American, the houndstooth kofia scarf, and all the men wearing lumberjack and that streetwear movement in 2006, 7, when that was all coming out, 2008,
Yep.
and we were really on it. But we found that we've even went to trade shows to go in clothing and fashion, but we're really in design and accessories. We're not really fashion and clothing.
Right.
And so we don't really follow the fashion market. It's like we just do our own thing. Finally, we're confident in that what we do is right.
Right. So you are your own trendsetters.
Yeah, it may sound pretentious, but I feel like
No.
as designers and artists, like
Yeah.
we should be setting trends, and
I
we
agree.
should be putting colors out
Yeah.
there that we think are cool.
Which-
instead of looking to other people to give
Do
us.
we have
these
that book
answers.
here? We just came out in April. We came on a book that's in Barnes and Noble. It's called Red, and it's all about it's to inspire designers and young entrepreneurs and architects, all about different color theories in red. And this whole collection came out, as well as the cameo was in it.
The book is called Red.
Yep, Red.
Oh.
And it's a hardcover book sold at Barnes and Nobles.
I feel like I've seen it.
And it's all these different food and color and design
I
and
like
industry design and electronics, all in the color red. And it's like an inspiration book for designers and stuff. And that's probably one of our best accomplishments compared to like, we want to be seen more as designers and as fashion forecasting, trend setting, more than just being this like label that's just, oh, we released a collection, but you're going to get inspired by it.
Yeah.
The bracelets right now that we currently offer online into our stores come in 3 sizes.
Okay.
There's the cuff, the band which you have on, and then the skinny which I have.
I know, I like the skinny too. I want to buy
The
my
skinnies are really new for us, maybe in like the past 3 months, and it's kind of our response to seeing everybody wearing like just tons of bracelets up their arms. So we wanted to make something that was a little more,
That you can layer.
interchangeable with other jewelry.
And we use all of the skinnies that have color we make out of our messed up records. So we also utilize all the messed up prints and everything.
Like if a bracelet gets misprinted, then I'll cut it up into a skinny because you don't see the image as much as more about the color.
Right.
Exactly.
I would like to know, is there any advice that you can offer other entrepreneurs that are in the arts or in a creative field that they can benefit from that you have?
I mean, failure is the part of success. That's the most important thing.
Don't be afraid to take a risk.
And mess up and lose money, because that's how it's how everybody builds a business, you know what I mean? As well as from your cell phone, your computer, and if you live in New York, you have access to so many people and so much information and the ability to put yourself out there in so many different scenarios. That it's just about putting yourself out there and taking one big step and a bunch of little steps. The big step, put yourself out there and do something and come out with an idea, and then push little by little,
So, and don't hold yourself back thinking that you're not in the place where you want to be. Just like go with what you have and start something.
Yeah, just even us, everybody, they always want to be somewhere. You always want to be somewhere you're not.
Right.
And a lot of people, it clogs up their heads, and being an artist, you're all over the place. But it's like, just be confident with what you got and run with it, because that confidence is going to go a lot further than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
advice.
second that.
And if you, just like anything, this company has built both of our confidence. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't got it, fake it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well,
Fake it till you
life.
make it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I say that at the market. It's like, I put on a presentation, even if I don't want to act like this, I'm monkey. Oh, I'm monkey. You know what I mean? It's like, because that's what I have to be. That's what you're expecting. You want to buy into confidence.
That's
and
right.
you're displaying that confidence is why you're into this product,
Right.
Well, you see, you were building that character from when you were a kid.
I
You
know.
didn't even know
Yeah.
it.
And now
That's
I'm
a
like
beat.
off switch, home, monkey. I don't, I see people on the street folding laundry. They're like, you make those bracelets. I'm like, I don't know.
So how long have you had the company? Like, when did you start? What was the?
We started paying taxes in 2005, and this would be our 5-year anniversary.
Awesome.
But we started making the record bracelet in
2004, really.
2004 is when the first bracelet was made.
Yeah. I was making them in 2003 and messing around. We started selling them April 2004.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, we've been in Fox 5 News, ABC News. We've been in literally so much Daily News, New York Press, every New York publication possible, as well as hundreds and hundreds of blogs. Every week we're on a new blog, and it's crazy that for so long we just had those blindfolds on. We just didn't realize, and until now we're starting to reach out to people, and we're learning that, wow, we never thought of this before, but we're getting so many more opportunities by just taking off the blindfolds and being like, we want to do this, this, and this, and now let's go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like before, we just were like, oh, take it as it comes, whatever's coming our way. Now we get to be in control, which is great. We're like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
That's great.
awesome.
That's always been like my, my focus. Being a performing artist and in the entertainment industry, it's just crazy. When there aren't any opportunities that you see in front of you, create them. I've always said that. Well, you guys, this was so awesome coming here and seeing your space.
Yeah,
and
no, thank you.
thank you so much for
Thank you
having
for
me.
coming
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry for the small space.
Oh no, I love the small space. And thanks, Liana, for going to school with you.
Yeah, exactly. Connecting the dots
Exactly.
between Corey, J, and FIT.
Yes.
And every day we meet people, and we meet people that are from California, from here, and it's like somehow the dots are connected for them, and they just have this connection to us. And we're just lucky. Like, we wouldn't be where we are today without people like you to help us better our company and sort of like leverage us to get to the next step. It's like people always want to offer either just a good interview or their services or something, and that's why we are who we are.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
Well, thank you so much.
Yay.
Go Records by Monkey.
Oh, the hardcore side. I love it. She's like hardcore.
I don't look hardcore, but it's inside.